Hello guys, counterfactual history here, and I am back with All Quiet in the Trenches, and today we are just back at camp. I don't really know what, our future missions will be. I figured, battles were checkpoints, but the last video proved that wrong since it was just trench running. So I don't actually know what, will be in store for this video, but we do have everything in the camp all set up. We're getting some people with lice. We're gonna get some, lice off, and we're going to, help in the hospital. And outside of that, I think that's about all we need. Oh. Thursday, July 1st, 1915. There was a lively atmosphere at dinner. Some soldiers were engrossed in conversations with their comrades, others kept to themselves, tired from the day and accordingly not interested in company. This good mood changed when Fromm joined us. With a gloomy look at the food in front of him, he began to complain. He poked listlessly at his food before throwing his fork down in disgust. Day in, day out, you work yourself to the bone, and for what? For nothing, he said, raising his head and meeting my eyes with a loaded gaze. Absolutely nothing. The vehemence with which he... The vehemence? I think I might have misspoken. With which he spoke made it clear that this was not about the food. Yeah, okay. So he's been complaining a lot. He's been complaining in some of the past videos. So yeah, is there something you want to say to me? I asked Fromm point blank. You know what I mean, he replied coldly, but in a controlled manner. He stood up, held my gaze for a moment before leaving without saying another word. A tense silence remained. Fromm is definitely kind of annoying. Yeah, disappointed, resentful, and upset. And he's a rival of Ackerman. Her under-officer, the latrine is filled to the brim. Someone should take care of that before it overflows. Is there anything else? Harvest has begun in the village. If we help the villagers in the next weeks, I'm sure they'll happily share with us. It's a good idea, actually. You know what? Just because he is kind of annoying. Fromm, you're cleaning, the toilet. Let's see if we can help with the harvest. Nope. First, though, headquarters. Her under-officer, the resupply came in. The shipment was smaller than I expected. I had some from my reserve to make up for the difference, so your soldiers won't starve. Don't squander it. Do you need help? Okay. I was kind of hoping we could get another favor owed to us, but I guess not. Oh, here we go. The storehouse is decently full again. I'd suggest you think about reassigning double rations. That would surely raise their spirits. Yeah, we'll do double rations. We still got plenty. Oh, tank camp. Who wants to talk? There we go. Schmidt-Bauer. Ackerman and Fromm just had a nasty fight. For a moment there, it looked like it might even get physical. Both have been generally agitated for a while already. I guess today it boiled over. The situation has calmed down for now, but it's clear they're not on the greatest terms right now. Okay. That is something I should probably deal with. I don't really know if we can fix that though. Alright. Should be good, I think. Oh right, we need to go offer to help with the harvest. So we'll go back to the village outskirts. We'll talk to her. How can I help you, Monsieur? Offer help. Yep. Alright. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. So we're going to do that. He's strained though. Tired. Strained, but he is a workhorse. So that should work. Tuesday, July 6, 1915. Although our uniforms were now field gray, no longer shiny and colorful like they used to be, the soldiers still had to look orderly. I had therefore ordered them to use this evening to mend their uniforms if necessary. When many men complied, I saw Cumberbunt also undressing. I knew that his uniform was already perfect and accurate. He took care of that on his own. Okay. Praised his diligence. I'm actually curious what he intends to do. What is it you want to mend on your clothes? I asked in a serious tone. Cumberbunt stuttered for a moment, caught off guard, but then composed himself. There's a seam on the inside here. It's coming loose. And besides, I want to check for fleas. Okay. I'm not going to call him out. I see. Go on then. Or I was impressed and passed on his idea about the fleas. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Good idea, I said, and called out to the other men to use this opportunity to also remove bugs from their clothing. Cumberbunt seemed to grow taller beside me at this, and lifted his uniform to search for the folds theatrically. An actor had been lost on him. Nope. Morale's continuing to drop. Oh, he's got gangrene. Shrapnel wound to the head. Ah, so that's how he got injured. Last video. What does the lieutenant want? Nope. We'll soon be relieving our comrades in the trenches, Herr Under Officer. Make sure your people are ready to march when the time comes. Is there anything else? Your unit is tasked with guard duty. Appoint 2 men to patrol the boundaries of our camp. Okay. Tired. I think he can survive. Oh, he's actually pretty good to go. He's strained, and he's tired. Okay. Here, actually, we need to ask about the workload. Because, yeah, we're actually going to help out at the hospital since Fleckner is in such serious condition. So we're going to train in first aid. Yeah. And those two are just gonna rest. Let's see. Friday, July 16th, 1915. Since we were far from the nearest field bookstore, the soldiers could only get books or newspapers by mail. When a mobile war library stopped near us, the Bildungskanone, I think I mispronounced that horrifically, but, you know, we can ignore that. Some of my soldiers made their way there, but Lotzi, who presumably hadn't noticed my presence yet, only commented, they only have the military leadership's capitalistic brainwashing anyway. Is that any way to talk about the military leadership? Why capitalistic brainwashing? Or you've got a point, but at least it keeps the boredom at bay. I'm a little concerned that Lotzi might be a communist. I might want to ask about that. Why capitalistic brainwashing? I asked in astonishment. Lotzi looked momentarily flustered. He probably hadn't expected me to hear his remark, but then he boldly stuck his chin out. Well, what we are doing here is motivated by capitalism, Herr Under Officer. It's about imperialism, military and economic bases, colonies, resources, and finance. About goals that a privileged social class alone has chosen, and we are now bleeding and our families are starving for. I didn't care much, but others might. I don't want to say he was right. I mean, he is absolutely right. That is a huge factor of World War I. So he's right, but that's also like a terrible thing to hear for morale. I'm gonna say, you know, I didn't care much, but others might. Try to keep things civil, but also, yeah. You better be careful who you say this to, I warned him in a well-meaning manner. Lotzi nodded quickly and swallowed. Yes, Herr Under Officer. He looked around uneasily once again, and then hastily withdrew. That should deal with that. Alright. think it's time we're heading out. Have your people ready. It's back to the trenches, Her Under Officer. Let's see if the French find the courage to attack us. No, they didn't last time. Nope. Her Under Officer, are you going back to the front? Here's everything your troop needs. Alright. Should be good to go back. Oh, talking about the oval discs. Oh, this is a new trench, I think. Yeah, wow, that's a very different trench. Oh, is this a trench we captured? I think it actually is. That's cool. We need more space here for reinforcements, for ammunition, as the basis for a future victory. Okay. So, well rested, workhorse, and strong. I think those two will go together well. Yeah, this is interesting. Barbed wire there. Is there anything else we need to set up? Don't think so. Yeah, this is a completely new trench. Never thought I'd see that. Ladders, defensive position. Let's go back over to this one and we can start setting up the barbed wire. Alright, that'll work. Oh. See what he wants now. Need someone to deliver a message. Quickest man on the double. So we know it's not Lotzi, because he's pragmatic. Very by the book. He might be a good one. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's go over here. Let's see. He's okay. Oh, please, Her Under Officer, I need a break. I'm completely spent. Recover in camp. A few days of recovery in camp would do me a lot of good if you would allow it. Yeah, I'm accepting that. But yeah, wow, he is he is miserable. Yikes. Okay. We might want some rations. There we go. Yeah, we have to stay here for 9 turns. That is, not a small amount. Is there anything else we want in terms of, like, defensive structures? Don't know if we want to set up ladders. But then again, this is a pretty bad trench to get stuck in, because there's not many, like, ways you can maneuver around it. If you get stuck down here, you're kind of just stuck down here. So let's build those and set up those. So let's see, you're tired, strained, strained, and then, yeah, there we go. We'll just let that go on, and that should be considered this trench line mostly finished. And we're under artillery fire. That's, not ideal. So, yep, they all seem very anxious. But in the meantime, I think we can safely just stay held up in the bunker. Nope. The French have been busier than usual lately. I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should keep an eye on that. Make sure they won't surprise us. Our defense was damaged by the enemy artillery hail. The Frenchmen will certainly exploit the gap in our trench in their next attack. We should prevent this by rebuilding the position. Reporting back from my break in camp, her under officer rested and ready for orders. Hardly rested. You're still strained. Okay, so we need... Let's see, what needs to be rebuilt? Nothing there. I think it's something here. Maybe. Yeah, it's that. Let's set up base there. Workhorse. Yeah, we gotta assign him a task. Let's get load C as well. Just people who will actually take the task. Uneasy. But I think he'll be the best one for it. Not gonna send anyone to do the recon though. I don't think that's important enough. Because last time it ended up just being to search for a sniper's nest. And if it's an attack, I think the defenses are more important. Okay, so we don't have much food. Artillery has done a lot of damage. The trench is impassable. Shall we take care of it? It seems that way. Yeah, the men are in a bad mood. But we're still held in high prestige. Oh, he needs a break. Let's see. Neutral. Yep, we gotta get troops to set that trench back up. I don't want it to get, you know, ruined. So, let's see, what all do we need to rebuild? Yeah, we gotta rebuild that. Man, he really is... Ackerman is very, very unhappy. And also seems to hate almost everyone in his squad. Okay. Grabbed him. Yeah, I think he'll have to do. Okay. There we go. Let's see how this... Oh, shoot. We do need someone to go grab the rations. Yep, enforce obedience. He'll go grab these. And I'm going to let him rest. Yep. Okay. Cover and camp. Accept. Let's hope that goes well. Seems like the artillery fire stopped though, which is good. Report, one of our defenses has been completely destroyed by artillery fire. The position can no longer be garrisoned. Cover and camp. Okay. With everything I'm already going through here, now there's also this miserable weather, as if the whole world was conspiring against me. Is there anything else? Today would have been the conference I was supposed to attend, her under officer. We were always told that this war would not last long, and I believed them. You did not say that, and I want to thank you for that. Your restraint at the time probably even helped me not to let everything tear me apart, but to let go bit by bit. Oh, that was nice of him. Frenchmen have been busier than usual lately. I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should keep an eye on that, make sure they won't surprise us. Oh shoot. We need more space here for reinforcements, for ammunition. So we need people. These two will need to go do that. He can probably do recon, maybe. Yeah, let's see. That might be worth it. Okay, let's see. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary during recon her under officer. Hopefully that's a good sign. Hopefully. Should probably recover in camp. But we gotta keep the rest. And he needs someone to deliver a message to headquarters. He's got faintly better morale. I know he's not who the guy well, no, this guy probably needs to go. For as exhausted as he is. Yeah. Let's hope that goes well enough. It seems like the trench is holding up well, though. Yeah, there we go. Surprised there hasn't been any French offensives yet. Reporting back from my break in camp, her under officer, rested and ready for orders. Is there anything else? Oh, we don't have food. Yeah, that might be kind of important. Let's see. Another communication trench collapsed. We gotta rebuild it as soon as possible. Alright, all three of them go into this. Well, maybe not. Let's head back to camp, actually. He's gonna go fetch rations. These two, I think we can have them recover in camp. Oh, we can't have that many troops gone for camp. Okay. So, we'll let this pass by. We'll dig out the communication trench when everyone's back. Reporting back from my break in camp. Rested and ready for orders. Okay. All three have to go do this. Other than that, we've got good food and ammo, so I think we should be good. We just gotta maintain the trenches. Collapse added. Oh. I didn't realize he was that exhausted. Her under officer Lotzi collapsed while working. We had him sent off to the field hospital. I don't think he'll recover before we're relieved. Okay, let's see. Strained. We'll have him do that. Oh. Additional tasks. Okay. This should work. But other than that, I think this has been a pretty okay trench time. Well, as good as you can with trenches, you know. Okay, but he's good to go. And there's a skirmish going on, of course. Oh, tell your people to stop packing. Our relief force was diverted to reinforce another front sector. Okay. Is there anything else? Another communication trench collapsed. These are some low-quality communication trenches. Yeah, this will have to do. Maintain the trenches. It should work. Shocker hasn't been in attack yet. We're running low on ammunition. We should send someone to... Okay. I'll have him recover in camp. He's in a field hospital. Oh, we do need ammo, though. We'll have him help. Yeah. Oh, okay. He wants us to go cut barbed wire to play a little trick on the French. We'll send these two to go do that. You know, the Gramps and the young kid. Those are totally the best for a risky mission. Anything amiss? Well, there's the fact that... Oh, there he is. I was like, where did he go? Alright. Pack your things. We were relieved. We're going back to camp. Excellent. That's good timing considering the artillery bombardment. Alright. At the front, danger is omnipresent and arbitrary. You won't be able to prevent receiving wounds, but only mitigate the risk of it as much as possible. Consider that you don't have to follow every order of the lieutenant. So far I have. And somehow nobody has died, which is, you know, really impressive. But anyway, since that trench run is done, I'm actually going to end the video here. I think that is how we're going to do each video. Is there's going to be like, you know, the time at the front and then the time at camp. Or it's typically going to start out time at camp, then time at the front, then we come back, and that'll be where the video ends. I think that's how I'm going to structure it, because that's how I've been doing it so far. So, yeah. Anyways, with that set up, this is actually going to be where the video ends. So if you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you didn't, comment down below how you can do better. And I will see you guys in the next video.